Another integral that's hinting that you need to practice your trigonometric identities. So in Book of Integrals, there is problem 79 that looks like this, and I'm just gonna remind you that we're gonna need these two special integrals right here. So how do we start with something like this? We have 1 minus tan squared over 1 plus tan squared. Well, one of them for sure is an identity. I know 1 plus tan squared is equal to secant squared, so we can go ahead and just rewrite the bottom there. So right now what we have is we have 1 minus tan squared over x, or tan squared of x, over secant squared of x. And you're gonna see why I'm doing this. Let's talk about some identities for secant and for tangent. We know secant is equal to 1 over cosine. So that's exactly what we're gonna write on the bottom. And we know tangent of x is equal to sine over cosine. So our integral is gonna become this. We're gonna have 1 minus sine squared over cosine squared x times, and then we're dividing by secant squared, so we're really multiplying by the reciprocal. Hey, so the sound cut off, but basically I'm multiplying by the reciprocal of secant squared, which is cosine squared. Let's distribute the cosine squared here. This is gonna give us cosine squared x minus, and then the cosine squared will cancel out with this, so this will be cosine squared minus sine squared. Very close to being the identity of 1, but that's. And remember I mentioned you need to know cosine squared and sine squared, but I'm actually gonna show you how these are the solutions. These right here are the half angle formulas for cosine and for sine, and that's exactly what we're gonna use to rewrite them so that we can better integrate them. So the cosine, let's go ahead and start moving it up here, is gonna become this right here. So we really have the integral of 1/2 1 plus cosine of 2x minus, and then we have 1/2 of this part right here, because that's what sine squared is, and we have 1 minus cosine of 2x with respect to x. Okay, so just a bunch of cosines. Let's just kind of simplify these things out. This will give us 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine of 2x, and this will be minus 1/2 plus 1/2 cosine of 2x. This is nice. I just wanted to avoid doing some integration parts. But notice that 1/2 and 1/2 cancels out. We can add the 1/2 cosine 2x with the 1/2 cosine 2x over here. And that's going to give us the integral of simply just cosine of 2x. Look at that. And we're just going to integrate this right here. This is going to be 1/2 sine of 2x by doing u substitution or reverse chain rule, however you want to see it. And then we have our plus cheese, and we are done. That is how you solve problem 79 on Book of Integrals. And with this, I like to check the answer key, just make sure it's okay. And this is cosine sine. It's a little different from this, but don't forget that sine 2x is 2 sine x cosine x. That's a double angle formula. So when you multiply it to the 1/2, you really just have sine x cosine x plus your cheese, and you still get the same